Attention Vault Hunters! The third iteration of the Borderlands series is here. Or is it the fifth? Well, aside from the amazing story from Tales from the Borderlands, it's not a looter shooter like the main series, and we're just gonna ignore the pre-sequel and its horrible oxygen meter. So, third? Makes sense, it is Borderlands 3 after all. If you've played any of the games up to this point, the premise won't be new to you. You choose one of the 4 Vault Hunters to play and are quickly introduced to some of the well-known residents of Pandora, Marcus, and Claptrap. Your task is simple. Travel the Borderlands in search of keys and key fragments to, you guessed it, vaults. Not a whole lot has changed from the first game till now. You still play as a Vault Hunter, you still shoot lots of guns, and the game still focuses on the comedy. The choice of Vault Hunters are new and include Amara, the siren of this game, who focuses on using her powers in melee combat, Flak, the robot beastmaster who controls a selection of alien monsters, Mose, the gunner who can summon a giant mech to assist in battle, and Zane, the operative who can teleport around the battlefield similar to Zero from the previous games. Aside from characters and story, not a whole lot has changed. The gunplay is still solid and filled with crazy over-the-top weapons. Vehicle control feels better than previous iterations, especially when using hover vehicles. Graphically, it still has a very stylized cel-shaded look, but if you look closely you can see a huge level of detail with improvements to the game's engine. Voice acting is top-notch, though I think the intro music wasn't as good as number 1 or 2. The biggest new addition is the ability to travel to other planets. Previous games mostly took place on Pandora, with the exception of sections of Tales from the Borderlands and the entirety of the pre-sequel. With the addition of the 5-ish planets, the amount of space you can explore is considerable. Each planet hosts its own distinct biome, like the metropolis Promethea, home of the Atlas Corporation, or the tree-filled swamps of Eden 6, where the Jacobs Corporation get their wood. Thankfully, as I mentioned earlier, the devs did away with the O2 meter from the pre-sequel, even when visiting a space station on an asteroid. Nope, no need for any explanation as to why you can breathe, who cares? Don't need it when it makes for good gameplay. Also, with opening up these planets, we're given so much backstory to characters and corporations that have been fighting over Pandora for so long. There are also tons of cameos from previous games, such as Tannis, Reese, and a slew of old Vault Hunters. Overall, the story and comedy is no butt stallion, but was still very enjoyable and kept me playing start to finish. This probably isn't the Borderlands to start with, but it's still a great game, and any fan of the series should pick this up for sure. I give Borderlands 3 8 out of 10.
Shoot him in the dick. That's the drift.
Hey, did you like that video? If you did, be sure to let us know by clicking the like button and leaving a comment. If you want to be first in line for any new content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and then hit up our Facebook page. The link's in the description below to see what's coming up next.